Well, welcome everybody to the Rams 2017 feature match. Here we're round 12 in this NHRU competition, and this is going to be an exciting match here at number 2 Sports Ground. And as you can see next to me, the big man, he could use to make 20 minutes turn into 40, 40 into 60, and prop up a scrum like nobody else in this competition. Steve Bretto, how are you, Steve?
Good, Gareth. Good, mate. Good to be here again. And yeah, it promises to be a good game today. Bay looking pretty good, and Wanderers obviously still flying high. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited to see what unfolds today.
Yeah, certainly the Bay. I mean, they're out of the top 5. They're coming 6th at the moment, but they have had more wins than Maitland, just out of bonus points. They're not in that top 5 at present, which, I mean, they should be, for my opinion. They've won 5 games. Maitland won 4. The bonus points have got the better of them, unfortunately. So they really need a win here today. And I tell you what, seeing a few of these guys over at the Country Club and the Sea Breeze during the week, they are pumped for this match. Everybody loves coming to number 2 and beating Wanderers.
You know, and Wanderers just have to be really wary of the Bay. They can't afford to take them too lightly because at their peril. And as we've said, a few teams have found that the start of the season and so far and underestimated them and come out and on the back end of a loss.
Well, let's hope it doesn't go the way of this second-grade fixture here. The Wanderers about 80-0, I believe it was, or somewhere thereabouts. So a bit of a flogging there for the Bay side. But big matchups all around here. Nelson Bay, Wanderers, Ben Christensen back in first grade, which is a big boost. You've had a lot to do with him in all the rep programs. Big boost for the Wanderers side against Dan Collins, who, again, is a rep-level player. Yeah,
you know, obviously a fair bit's been said about scrums and they need to work up front, but it's Leyland Marshall there, tight end. He's a big unit, and he's going to be essential today. Obviously, tight end's always essential.
I'll tell you what, he's coming up against a big man in Zion Takarua from the Bay. He is a big body. And the Bay scrum, it is underrated, but it is one that's going to bring it, I think, to this Wanderers pack, who need to be wary of a Nelson Bay who's come all the way up Nelson Bay Road over the bridge and here to play.
Yeah, well, you know, they're not 6 for no reason, and you know, they've obviously scored a few wins off the back of a solid platform up front, and it's no fluke that they've scraped these wins. As I said, it's through hard graft up front, and I expect it to be no different today.
Well, the Wanderers probably a little bit structurally, but I tell you what, the Nelson Bay back 3, watch out for them if they counter-attack. Chad Northcott leading the way, and Jack Arthur, the country player, and Emerson Burgess, all guys there, as we can see here on the team sheet. They are players that can light it up. Yeah,
there's a few names throughout that team, as you said, Gareth, that really you can't take your eye off, or they'll make you look silly. And I've no doubt that the Bay have been working all week on trying to exploit that, and obviously look at the Wanderers' weakness as well, and exploit any weaknesses that they've found.
Yes, and of course Nathan Oliver, the breakaway there for Nelson Bay. Special mention to him, coming back from Canada, and he is one to watch out for. He's all over the ball. He's a real pill for us, Steve.
Yeah,
let's get to the Wanderers side.
Yeah, no, well, as we talked about the front row, and obviously Ben Ham coming in there at number 6. He's always he's a big, strong boy, and he was going to give them some nice go-forward ball for sure, and I look forward to seeing him back in action too.
And there's certainly a Nelson Bay feel about this Wanderers side as well. The Dompkins brothers hailing from Nelson Bay, Dylan Rowney, Cal McDonald, all original Bay juniors. So it's almost Nelson Bay versus Nelson Bay B.
You're trying to talk like New Zealand stealing all the Islanders, are you? No, you know, Wanderers aren't quite there yet. But so it's a difficult trip for Nelson Bay, and obviously it's a difficult thing holding on to players like that as well, and sometimes people come down here for work and it just becomes logistically too hard to stay committed to your club. But I like to see as many players play for the club as they can, but as I said, sometimes it's not realistic.
And Josh McCormick as well, the fullback for the Wanderers, we've mentioned before in the broadcast, former Maitland player, but I tell you what, he settled in really well here at this Wanderers side, scoring a brace of tries a couple of weeks ago, scoring 4 tries, I think, the week before that as well. So certainly can find the line, young Josh McCormick, and it'll be interesting to see how their back 3 goes up against this Nelson Bay back 3. And again, the centres, T.O. Mason, big body, and Michael Hertini for the Bay side, up against Dylan Rowney. There's matchups galore here today.
Yeah, there is, and as you said, Dylan Rowney, Cal McDonald, they've arguably been the form centre partnership of the comp, and pretty settled, and obviously know each other's game, and as a result have had a few meat pies between them. So I expect there to be a bit of fireworks coming out of there today, I reckon.
Charlie Fidler on the bench for the Bayside. Ethan Shaw starting at half-back. And, of course, Michael Warringing, his fly-half partner, Gus Locke, and Luke Simmons. Of course, Luke is no stranger to Bar TV Sports. He certainly has guided this Wanderers side around the last couple of years at 10, and he may be the difference here, Steve.
Well, as we said, it's always the quarterback position, isn't it? The out half, and it's no different. He's really going to have to step up and direct this team around the park. So, yeah, I don't expect him to do anything less, and it'll be interesting to see what sort of game he has today, because that could dictate how things play out today.
Yes, certainly. Kerrod McLean has been dropped to reserve grade for the match. They'll miss him, but he should be on the bench, so watch out for his impact. The old stalwart, fast winger coming on, although he has lost a bit of speed over the last couple of years. As we see now, the two sides coming out. Shane Jarvis leading out his Nelson Bay side here at number 2 Sports Ground. And this match, as we said before, in the Rams 2017 feature match at number 2 is going to be a big, big battle, Steve.
Yeah, well, if the first grade game's anything to go by from the second grade, there's going to be a lot of fire and brimstone, and I don't expect to be any different. And as we await the Wanderers boys to come out and shake hands before we get things underway.
You're predicting hell to rain down here, Steve. I like that. I like that. Of course, special shout out to our sponsors as well in Wilson & Co. Law. Go and see Greg for all your legal needs, and I tell you what, he might take you out for lunch as well. Of course, Elders doing great things for local rugby. Compass Editions. Go and see Cal doing good things and making sure your new addition to your new home is also well themed as well.
Yes,
with a bit of a feminine touch, which we all need, Stephen.
That's the way the world's going, Gareth. You know, you got to be in touch with your feminine side. No, but it's great. The sponsors supporting local rugby and Bar TV and Bar TV in turn.
The young lady next to you just took a look at you and just cracked up there, because there's no way you are in touch with your feminine side, judging by the way you're dressed here today, Steve.
I exfoliate.
We all exfoliate in different ways. And anyway, let's get back onto the broadcast. And Nelson Bay out there, the Wanderers keeping them waiting, play the good old-fashioned mind games.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. You know, you keep them waiting, mate. Keep them guessing. But I'm sure they'll make an appearance soon.
This match due to get started at 3. It might be 3:30, but here they come now. The Wanderers led by Luke Simmons, the number 10, full of flash and dash. And Viv Passy talking to him earlier on, quietly confident about this match. Adam Edwards, he's out today, the captain coach, or the coach who also plays as well. Shane Jarvis is the captain each week.
Yeah, I'm sure Viv will have done his homework, and I've no doubt he's not going to underestimate Nelson Bay. But the trick for Viv is passing that on to his players and trying to get them to understand that it's not going to be an easy game, I don't think, out here.
Yeah, certainly won't. There'll be plenty of banter out there as well. Both sides pretty good on the lip.
Love a bit of lip.
Bit of gamesmanship. It looks like Nelson Bay will be kicking off here. Des Gilbert is the referee. And Nelson Bay running left to right in the black and blue. The Wanderers in that awful shade of 2 blue. Stephen?
Oh, you're lucky my son's not here.
We love all the sides in this Rams 2017 Premiership, and to all the listeners all around the world on Bar TV Sports, this is the feature match, and it is game on here with a nice starting kick there down lung, and a little bit of a mistake on the far side by the Wanderers, and here's Christensen taking it up, getting those legs pumping, and they have certainly missed his work rate in the forwards, the Wanderers side. Yeah,
it's certainly an early indication of, I think, how things are going to play out today, Gareth.
Well, Northcote calling for the ball and already looking to counter, but no, he's going to get it on the foot and find space immediately. So Simmons normally very good at getting behind the ball as they take that ball. I thought he may have taken that back in the 22. It was a line ball decision. We might get a little replay on that just to see where the ball landed, because I thought... It definitely was on that corner, just on that 15-metre line there.
It was certainly close, and I think he was pretty aware of it and kind of just got away with it, but have a look.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, close.
In any case, had his feet in, and now the ball coming out. Shaw Feeding Warringah straight away, and they're going to play wide on the Wanderers as Cal McDonald makes a good tackle midfield. Now giving it to Jarvis, the captain, going forward. He was man of the match here for VAR TV Sports over at the Groper Dome a couple of weeks ago. Had a very big match as Shaw now digging for the ball. Warringah as they go out the back again. Tia Mason this time.
Happy to give it some width early on, Gareth. It obviously...
You're going again wide, and it goes this time to Jarvis. Wasn't intended for the ball, but manages to get the ball. As we see one of these little Wanderers punks getting in front of the microphone. As now Simmons takes it forward, and there's a bit of space down the touch line. And that was Domkins, of course. Domkins.
By the short and curlies.
The smaller of the two brothers. Now the ball comes wide. Here's Ben Ham. Ben Ham looking to run straight over his opposition. It was Teo Mason.
Sidestep.
So Simmons now. Again, another nice little short ball there.
Yeah,
that was Reece Domkins that time, and Nelson Bay up for it. Referee
forward pass, I think.
Yeah, it says forward pass.
Certainly showing their hand pretty early. Wanderers one-off balls off the out half and getting these big runners, and Ben Ham and Nathan Oliver, off the runners.
Yeah, both sides playing with plenty of width, aren't they? They just on that fringe of the outside centre defensive pattern is where they see Michael Hattini.
First scrum, Gareth.
Playing outside. This is what we're all here for, isn't it, Steve? This is what we love.
We can shut up shop after this, I reckon.
Well, Zion Takarua, you can't miss him with the orange headgear out there. Not normally wearing the headgear.
It's good to see Dave at the loose head as well, and it'd be interesting, a bit of a change for him since the last time I've watched him play.
Yeah, ball picked up off the back that time. Tom Arnold. And now they get the ball out. Warringah, here's Hattini finding Northcott. Northcott putting it through for himself. Gets checked on the way as they'll come back on the ball. Nicely taken by Schmidt. And Schmidt gets a wonderful support there from the Wanderers chasing side. McKillop now with a run. He's a very good runner of the ball.
Yep. Some early indication that the Bay are going to start giving this ball some width, and the Wanderers up to it at the moment.
Well, it's very good defence there by the Bay as well. Warringah, he's back there to chase, and they'll get plenty of time now to clear the gig. He's going to take them on. That could be trouble. That could be danger. And now they're under all sorts of pressure here. This Nelson Bay side.
They might have got out of. They might have got out of jail.
Yeah, only just getting out of jail, and Ethan Shaw coming around with a box kick, and that was very lucky indeed, Steve.
Yeah, no, I suppose if anything that kept them honest, but they nearly paid the price for it.
It was Jack Arthur looking to take them on. Of course, had a pretty good country campaign.
Good ball at the back.
So now Simmons goes wide to McDonald. McDonald taken in the end nicely by Teo Mason in a good ball and all tackle. Now, the two Blues looking to consolidate some point, and Schmidt taking another run here.
Yeah, a little bit scrappy there, Gareth.
Well, could have been offside there, I thought maybe. But anyway, Leland Marshall, they stopped him in his tracks. The Bay look to me offside. Christensen running wide, shrugging off Teo Mason there.
Yeah, good strong run there.
Here's Ben Ham. They go behind him to McDonald. McDonald is wide now.
Oh, they've got a bit of space out here if they give it early.
I tell you what, that could have been shut the gates. Tim Marsh.
Yeah, I think
he scores plenty of tries here at number 2 Sports Ground. Very hard to put down, very hard to stop. Has the ability to run in and out, not change pace when he changes direction, which is something we lack.
We don't finish as well as he does. Not quite anyway, Gareth, but I've seen him finish some good tries this year.
I don't change pace from 5 out, Steve.
It's called gravity.
Ball comes off the top. Shaw now to Warringah. Goes to play wide again to Northcott. Northcott seems to me has the kicking duties. Simmons playing at the back as usual. Gets it back inside, and now Marsh stepping back towards
just
Simmons, and
there.
there's a bit of space now. Dompkins is on the outside.
Oh, dear.
They get it to Dompkins. Dompkins kicks it infield, and that is going to be called a mark.
Wow.
Nicely taken in the end, Jack Arthur.
Yeah, he came to the rescue there. Has he come from the other wing? I think he has.
Yeah, he has. He's come from the other side.
Yeah,
there.
he's done well.
Jack Arthur played in the centres last time we covered them. As we'll have a look at the replay here, Steve. Nicely done by Simmons, calling the play back towards the left.
Possibly gave it a bit too early, Gareth, but that gap had opened up.
Well, Dompkins should have really backed himself for mine.
Yeah.
Gone for the corner. Anyway, Christensen with the ball. The Wanderers well and truly on the attack now. They go for Toff to Ham. Ham to Simmons wide to McDonald. Gus Locke giving very good service here today. As Reece Dompkins this time takes them forward. McKillop gets through.
Good strong run there.
Marshall was on his inside, but he didn't throw the pass. Locke now, they go wide, and Waller just goes in front of him, drifts, so that's a let-off for Nelson Bay. Coming around for Northcott again. Little chip over the top, finds some space. We know he's very quick. The ball doesn't bounce up, so now McCormick has a chance to counter. And again, looking very dangerous with the ball, isn't he, Northcott?
Yeah.
He just keeps getting checked on the way through there.
Certainly, he's going to test the defence later if it's not up in his face, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, Nelson Bay now struggling to get back in the line here against this Wanderers attack. Coming through.
The Bay putting pressure on the scrum half pretty well, and it's causing a pretty scrappy ball there, Gareth. Some good pressure coming through there from the rucks at the moment.
He tends to take a bit of a step, doesn't he, Gus Locke, before his delivery? As a halfback, you've got to be quick off the ground.
Yep.
As Des Gilbert, he's called that a knock-on for the two Blues here. It's a frantically paced game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty quick at the moment. Both sides swinging it out wide, and a lot of running. Is rugby meant to be about running?
I thought it was kick to the corners is the game plan. Anyway, it's exciting stuff for our audience out there at Bar TV Sports. Of course, brought to you by Wilson & Co. Mascot.
Good scrum there from one.
Now Simmons looking to attack flat. Goes wide to Rowney. Rowney straightens up. Good matchup out wide. Rowney and Hertini. Now McCormick looks to get a jink on. Here's Tim Marsh. He's got plenty of pace. And can't get away. Dompkins was inside of support. They wrapped him up nicely, but everybody here at number 2 goes up every time he gets the ball.
Yeah, both McDonald and Rowney are testing this line from the Bay, and testing it, then swinging it out wide to Tim Marsh. So yeah, he's really going to test things later on when the oxygen reserves start depleting. Be an interesting point of attack here, and be interesting to see what I'm guessing a hit up in the centres and a same direction flow of the play. Good scrum there from Wanderers. Oh, he takes some putting down, Cal McDonald.
Yeah, he certainly does. He's strong midfield, isn't he? As now they come across the Nelson Bay side. Penalty in front of the sticks, you'd have to think, given that this game has been solidly defended, that they will be rewarded with 3 points here. And Simmons, yes, he elects the captain to take a shot at goal.
Yeah, I think right call there. It's straight in front of the post, nearly a sure thing. Have a look.
So almost 10 minutes on the clock. In fact, 10 minutes goes down now. And a very easy kick for Simmons, who, by all accounts, has had a pretty good year with the boot.
He's certainly been the go-to man, and hasn't let him down so far this season, and I don't think this kick will change.
So not rolling away there. The penalty goal. So it's been a good 10 minutes by both sides here. Nelson Bay, the discipline in the end has let them down. What's probably going to be the first points of the game right here.
Yeah, 3 points, as I said, Gareth. I think you know we say it every week. Discipline's paramount, and unfortunately, especially in these games. And if the Bay want to stay in touch with Wanderers, got to really work hard on their discipline.
So now they come back. The Nelson Bay side with the restart. Jack Arthur looking for the ball, and as is custom, the Wanderers a ball boy fully on his team's side here, getting it out of the grasp of poor old Jack Arthur. And here he is now with the restart. The ball in the sun, it's hard to pick, and does well Schmidt. He's had a good game so far, Schmidt.
Yeah, he's been pretty active at the moment.
Be interesting to know if any of our followers out there know if he is related to the Mayfield East great Jamie Schmidt. Of course, that's a blast from the past. So feel free to text us in, Facebook us. Oh, that's a lovely chase there by Tim Marsh. And now the two Blues looking to attack on the inside was Nick Brady, but might not need him as Marsh is on the outside.
Good ball here. I think they've got a bit of space out wide if they can get it there.
Yeah, and Rowney has the ball. Rowney looking for Dobkins. Dobkins is unmarked and he steps out. Dobkins just ran out of room as Rowney drifted across field, created the overlap, and unfortunately just couldn't go on with it there. And lovely kick down the field again by Northcott. Simmons.
Again, a poor chase here from the Bay. Only 2 up.
This is trouble here if they can get it to Marsh. McCormick dummies and goes himself. I thought the better option would be to test them out wide. Bit of a mismatch there as Simmons now gets it to Marshall, and Marshall flat-footed, but he makes a good couple. Now Simmons. They go to McDonald. McDonald puts a little kick through for Tim Marsh. It's a nothing kick, really, as it goes towards the touchline, but the Bay do kick it over through Todd Arnold.
Yeah, it's good that the Bay are trying to speed it up, but the whole team have got to be on board with it. Otherwise, it could work in reverse and end up being a try against the run of play. But the chase defence wasn't up to scratch. I think half the team weren't aware what was actually going on.
Certainly not, as they come off the top. Referee Gilbert says play on. They go behind to Simmons now. McDonald, again, good strong run by the Bay Junior. And now here's Domkins. Domkins steps back in towards his players and had every right to do so.
He's certainly making some yards up there, isn't he, McDonald, every time he gets the ball?
Yeah, McKillop this time takes him forward against Simmons. Goes for the short ball to Smith. Maybe looking for Waller on the outside, but couldn't find him. So the Bay hanging on here.
Yeah, just a little bit of execution problems there coming in with Wanderers. And just little passes not going to hand. And
well, Domkins there, the number 8 for Wanderers, not the winger. He came from an offside position, and he was going to charge down that kick. And I don't think Des Gilbert actually saw him coming.
That's the one that always hurts. It's the one you don't see coming.
So no Billy Coffey here today. Of course, Billy Coffey, one of the major partners of Bar TV Sports. Now he's going to get me fit. He's back from Greece, and part of the deal is he's going to...
He likes a challenge.
Yeah, he's going to try and get me back looking good for summer, Steve.
Oh, mate, if he can make you look as good as he does, well, you'd be doing well.
I'm already the prettiest face on live stream media. I just need the body to go with it. As the ball comes out now, Waringi kicks it downfield. Dobkins stutters and goes for it. It's a good kick by Waringi to fly half. First time.
And a better chase too.
Yeah, first time the two Blues have been under any sort of pressure there on the kick return.
Yeah, good result there for the Bay. Bay ball 10 metres inside the Wanderers half from a kick out of the 22. So, yeah, well executed play there.
Yeah, so line out here, Collins with the ball. And the ball comes in off the top. Little knock on at the back, and Ethan Shaw.
Yeah, that's a pity.
He had a good game. He's had a good couple of weeks, young Shaw. He's a young halfback hailing from the Bay, so nice work for the junior development that's going on in the Bay. It's a credit as well to Adam Edwards. He's really got the programs going over there for Nelson Bay, the coach.
Yeah, it's really important, Gareth. As I said, we talked about this before, but losing junior players to other codes, and rugby really needs to stay on top of its game if it's going to encourage these guys to come and play.
So now it'll be a scrum. It'll be Gus Lock to feed. Simmons standing fairly wide. You'd think, judging off what they've been doing, they'll probably go for field position here. Oh, inside ball to McDonald. A little set move there. McDonald had to go himself.
He's making 5 or 10
Simmons.
metres every time he gets the ball there, McDonald.
Simmons just wasn't ready, and now Simmons makes a little break. Can't find Christensen, and I'll tell you what, Takarua ran and put everything into Christensen there, and both players are known to have a little bit of fire in the belly, Steve.
Nothing wrong with fire in the belly, Gareth, as long as the head's in the freezer, mate. Yeah, deliberate knockdown, good call there, I think, from the ref. And
Jack Arthur hasn't found touch, and now it has.
No.
Unlucky Jack Arthur.
No loss yet. At least he had a crack at it.
I don't know. I'd prefer if his name was Arthur Jack. In any case, good young prospect from out of the Bay, and it's good to see he's calling the Bay home.
Fancy.
But now this is a very good chance for a rolling maul to get set up.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that. As again, trying to suck in numbers and stop these the back row of the Bay spreading out. And yep, you picked it, Gareth.
Yeah, good defence though from the maul from Nelson Bay. The Gropers standing up. Simmons calling for it, goes to McDonald across the face. And the Bay now, they've lifted off their own line. Simmons, he's swarmed by a sea of Bay defenders.
Bit close.
Dummy now in behind. Lock finds Rowney. Rowney gives himself up there.
Yeah, again, just a bit of execution there from the Wanderers. Just getting a little bit too ahead of themselves and, squandering a bit of a good position there.
So Jack Arthur finding touch up around the 40-metre line. And they will. Have a good chance to get back down the Wanderers' end. They haven't seen too much blue area, so to speak.
Yeah.
Ball comes off the top. Nicely won. Big Matty James.
Ooh.
The midfield roost.
A bit of snow on that one.
Everybody overruns it.
Great
taken
take.
Nicely. Gus Lock had his back to it. Took it nicely. Here's Walla Walla. Gets a bit of treatment there from Oliver.
He didn't have much room to move there, Walla.
Here's Marshall. Marshall. Good run. Good purpose. McKillop now standing flat-footed. And big Z on Takarua. The Nelson, he's coming from the side there.
Yeah.
Calls for it, but goes unnoticed there by Gilbert. Simmons throws the big dummy. Inside is Rowney. Got plenty of support everywhere. He's turned everybody inside out. And Northcott somehow gets to him.
Thought he was in there, Gareth.
So now they come over the Nelson Bay side. They've counter-rucked nicely. And that's going to be...
Again, they've got to be so...
Quickly taken
by
Rowney. Rowney saw the white line and went for it.
White line fever.
We've all had it.
Yep. I think...
I just couldn't bend down low enough to go for the quick tap.
Said, mate, if I fell, I was okay. Looks like going for the 3 points, Gareth.
Yeah, so testament to, I guess, what the Bay is doing out there. 20 minutes down, so the last one came on the stroke.
Yeah, I think, as you said, Gareth, testament to what they're doing. They're forcing these errors out of Wanderers and frustrating them a little bit. And I think it's, as you said, they're happy to take the 3 points and just build up a bit of a lead and then try and maybe stretch them again at a later time.
So Simmons... from his good side, so to speak, and there his pinpoint athlete on the back there. We're going to have a chat to Billy Coffey at half-time and talk about everything he's going to do to help me Lose that belly. As in he comes. Ball, it fades away. So Nelson Bay lucky to get away with that one.
Yeah, a bit of a let off there, and yeah, I'm sure they'll punch this ball now down deep back into Wanderers half. Maybe not.
Yeah, that one comes across and McDonald goes up with it. You can see his shirt well and truly almost coming off his back.
Yeah, he nearly got stripped of it there.
Schmidt again with another run, but he loses his footing. It's a little bit slippery out there today. And inside ball to Rowney, taking the play that I guess generally Billy Coffey normally runs that right line, but Rowney's certainly up for it. The inside ball to Ham goes to McCormick, outside to Dobkins, and really can't catch a break out on this left wing, can he, at the moment?
Yeah, no, you know, it's interesting. Wanderers are doing quite well when they play one out, and off the first receiver, they're not getting any joy when they're playing hitting runners just straight off the scrum half. So I fancy there's going to be more off the first receiver. Inside and outside seems to be creating trouble for the Bay.
Yeah, certainly they've got that A and B defender, so to speak, off the back of the breakdown well and truly, but it's just outside. As you mentioned, in the 5-8 channel is where they're struggling. And here's Warringah now, goes out wide. I thought Big Zion was the intended target there. Zion the Lion, they call him up at the Bay.
I like that. Obviously a little knock on in there somewhere, Gareth.
He's got the orange headgear for the main as well.
Trying to get noticed.
Theo Mason.
Not nowadays, Gareth. You had to blacken out the boots.
Of course, this broadcast brought to you by Compass Editions. Get into contact with Callan Smith at Compass. If you want to have a bit of an extension or even a new build to your house, he's certainly changing the way we develop. And growing up with him, he changed the way I develops too. As this ball comes out wide, McCormick. McCormick now to Dobkins as the Bay. They come across again, so Dobkins, he needs to give himself a couple of metres maybe to really hit that ball, because the Bay defence wrapped him up nicely. Simmons now goes wide to Ham, and Ham, he hasn't seen too much ball today, but strong ball runner. Simmons now. Marshall spins out of one. Very good run by the big number 3.
Very athletic.
And that ball getting on the best. Oh, nice hands, and Marsh should go in untouched. Yeah. And Marsh will go over for the first try of the match, Steve.
Yeah, it's been threatening for most of the game so far, hasn't it, Gareth? Just a bit of space here and there, and they've managed to keep them at bay at the moment. But, yeah, I think it was only a matter of time, really, before they got to string a few good passes together and get in under the sticks.
They certainly have managed to keep them at bay, as you say, Steve.
Pardon the pun.
Yeah, great hands there by Rowney. Just catch and pass, and in the end, that was all that was needed.
All set up from a good run there from Marshall too, and some good go-forward ball, which I think is which the Bay have been doing really well in negating.
Yeah, he's good on his feet, Marshall, for, I guess, the biggest man out there.
Yeah.
He spins out of the tuck. He runs nice lines, and he runs nice and hard with purpose as well. Certainly one of the improvers in the front row in this competition over the last couple of years.
Yeah, and you know it's hard work for defences having to bring a big guy like that down all the time. So, it has its secondary purpose where it tires other teams and defences down. So, some good work. Slightly more difficult kick here for Simmons, and yeah, you wouldn't blame him if you missed this one.
Except if you were the number 8. They blame everyone for everything.
Someone's got to blame.
So Simmons right on the sideline, on the far side. Bar TV Sports, the kings of live stream media, and that goes up. And the crowd around the world has seen just what a great competition this Rams NHRU is. Kicks like that. Keeping all the crowds watching. Of course, if you are watching around the world, tweet us.
Oh, good. I think he might have knocked it on. Again, Wanderers defence needs to come up in the line. Yep. It's got a bit of snow on that one too, Gareth.
Yeah, certainly has.
Oh, a bit of space here if they can swing it out. Oh. Again, Cal McDonald making some really good yards every time he gets the ball. Proven pretty elusive.
Yeah, Waller this time takes it forward. Yeah, he certainly is the go-to man. Straightens the attack and opens up at that time for Nick Brady, who we know has got plenty of pace himself. But a little knock on at the end. Couldn't really consolidate the ball.
The kicking game's proving quite good from the Bay. That just what's letting them down is the follow-up tackles, and yeah, they really need to make probably head into halftime and have a little bit of a chat. But
young Charlie Fidler as well, halfback, may come on.
A lot of arm waving going on, Gareth. I don't know what's been seen or missed.
Yeah, certainly. Des Gilbert has something to say. Of course, we'd like to thank Brendan Farrer for getting the comms, so we can't tune in to Des today.
Again, it's always someone's fault.
So it's going to come all the way back, and it'll be a Nelson Bay feed. 27 minutes down, still about 12 minutes remaining on the clock.
I think that's from the kickoff, Gareth. I think a Bay guy came through and obviously had a bit of a hand in it.
Of course, this match brought to you by Wilson & Co. Greg Wilson was going to join us in commentary today, but he found a better deal over at Passmore.
Oh, that's a good lawyer.
Sniff a free beer, can't he?
With the best of them. Although, who'd blame him? Free beer. Can't go wrong.
So now the scrum 40, just in front of the 40.
It's good. Bay's probably first good platform for a decent attacking run here, and I'd be surprised if they haven't got some sort of move here in the midfield and try and test out this Wanderers midfield.
Inside, Northcott goes behind. Oh, bounces off Rowney. Charge down, Dompkins. Oh, Rowney just overran the play. Has McCormick inside to McDonald. McDonald, has he got the pace? No, Northcott. Nicely done. He's over the ball, Northcott as well, keeping his feet. And should almost get the ball. No, Gilbert saying advantage play to the Wanderers.
A bit fortunate there, I think.
Very fortunate there. I thought for sure Gilbert would have built the penalty, but Waller now bounces out of a couple. Spinning around. McKillop settles at midfield. Coming across. Yeah, that's going to be a penalty there. Advantage was played.
If you have your father's going on there too, Gareth, it might starting to heat up here, isn't it?
Well, I thought Northcott for sure made a very good tackle. I thought he kept his feet. He's only diminutive for a fullback, and he was right over that ball. Didn't let go of it, but anyway.
I think that you're right, Gareth. That could have gone either way, that penalty. But
he certainly wasn't letting go of the ball.
A scrum option here from Wanderers. They obviously fancy their chances out wide here, I think.
Yeah, with the Nelson Bay pack, it looks like it's knocking up a little bit. With about 10 minutes to go in the half.
A few heaving bodies there for sure.
They play in the under-10s. Like a bar.
Good little update there on the under-10s for all our viewers on Bar TV Sports. So Guslock gets the ball to Simmons, who goes wide to Rowney. Rowney, very dangerous. And Rowney almost through. Is he going to go over? Yes, he is. Dylan Rowney Scores a try
Yeah,
on the 30th minute.
he certainly got that pace, and once he was out on the outside there, it was always going to be trouble, and he did well to grab hold of him, but then it was too late, and Randy had done the damage.
Well, he always does very well at running that overs line, doesn't he? And always creates space. Very quick off the mark is Dylan Rowney.
Yeah, no, as I said, once he'd gotten on the outside, I think it was game over there. Good try. Unfortunately, I think we really need now, but the Bay need to have a good hard look, and certainly would really need to score before half time to really be in this game in the second half. I think that's going to happen. Unfortunately, I think it's going to be a tough uphill battle in the second half.
Yeah, 15-0 the scoreline here. And Nelson Bay, they looked, for the better part of the half, they looked like they'd stick with them here.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's just got away from them in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, they've put some good pressure on the Wanderers, but just letting a few little things slip now, and starting to get tired. So someone will be giving them a rocket, I think.
Simmons kicks through the ball, and the ball goes over the black dot again. Is that ball caught by the spectators there on the hill here at number 2 Sports Ground. 32 minutes down. And the
Healthy
Nelson Bay
lead.
side are down 17-0.
Yeah, healthy lead now, Gareth. And 2 tries away from the bonus point as well.
Well, Tim Marsh, was that Tim Marsh there, or was it Schmidt? I think it was Schmidt who took the ball. They look similar out there.
Yep,
A
good
little
pressure.
knock on.
Here it is, Gareth. Told you, the Bay get a bit of rocket, come back. Good attacking platform here now, mate. It's important that they string together a few good phases of play and see if they can try and put this Wanderers side under a bit of pressure in their half.
Yeah, definitely a try here makes it an interesting match coming into half-time. Well, 2 tries here would be even better for them.
All starts at the scrum.
Oh, good scrum by the 2 Blues. Forced to pick off the back. Flat ball there to T.O. Mason, who's driven back. Good defence again by the 2 Blues. They certainly have lifted here. No runners there as Jarvis.
Having to make that tackle.
Yeah, he was put under pressure there, Jarvis. And Ethan Shaw, he's looking for runners. He can't find any.
Good defence there from Wanderers, but also good play from the Bay, putting them under a bit of pressure, testing them out.
Yeah, Northcott that time going to Oliver in the purple headgear. We're ringing now back into fly half, goes out wide.
Oh,
A
puts
little
it on
kick
the
in
toe.
behind Jack Arthur. Should have kept the ball as McCormick kicks it out, but it will be a Nelson Bay line out, 15 out, so
Yeah,
not all is dead for the Bay.
I agree with you. I think they should have kept it in hand, but the end result's not too bad. That as long as they can secure this line out and have another crack, I think it's important that just not to panic and just keep to their patterns.
So Dan Collins with the ball, very proficient at the set piece. He's had a couple of years overseas.
Yeah, good ball.
Yeah, nicely done up the back, and can't really set up for a
Yeah.
more. Good defence by the 2 Blues. Oh, they're still bound as they drive forward, taken down in the end by Schmidt. Nicely done again.
Yeah, good defence.
He's had a very good game, Schmidt. Now they pick off the back, they drive, they're 5 metres out.
Yeah, smart play here from the Bay.
I would have thought picking and driving's probably the go here for the
Yep.
Nelson Bay side.
Yeah,
The
certainly.
ball spits out under pressure. Waringi. They lose about 10 metres. He tries to get
Oh.
away. He does. He steps. And he's 10 out. So now they need to reset, realign here, the Bay.
Hitting some big boppers there, coming back on the angle. Good run there
Yeah,
from
Todd Arnold
the
it
Bay.
was. The big number 8. There's a bit of space out wide. And here's
Yeah.
Waringi. He's going to look to use it.
Oh.
Oh, nicely defended there. But they're still going. T.O. Mason. He's only a couple of metres out. Picked up off the back is Shaw. They're under all sorts of pressure. They're tiring the Bay. Now they have to reconsolidate the ball as they pick and drive again. They go again. They deserve some points here. Good phase play. Here's Northcott with a flat ball.
Oh, good defence again.
Again, Todd Arnold not quite breaking through. Here's Jarvis.
Oh.
Jarvis goes for the line.
Oh.
And the ball again spits out.
Dear.
It's kicked forward. Dan Collins. What can he do? Dan Collins drives forward. His opposite number, Christensen, wraps him up, though. Shaw goes to Oliver.
Nice angle
Oliver.
run. Good
Nice
tackle as well.
Angle run and picks up and goes again. He's going to be close. Jarvis this time. He's over the line.
Have you got it? No, held up.
Held up,
Wow.
says Des Gilbert.
Nice play there, Gareth, from both sides. Good defence and some good attack and good lines of running there from the Bay.
Yeah, Oliver really, he hit that hole, didn't he? Just closed up on him.
Yeah, he certainly made sure they had to make the tackle, and I think a few bruised and battered bodies here now.
So they're going to have a little bit of time off here. As we look at the replay here, here he comes with a run. Oh, cut in half in the end, but he picks up good awareness by the breakaway.
There's a big gap there too, so that tackle really had to be made.
Just trying to get
He got underneath it, I think.
trying to get a number on who's coming from the field.
Is it Luke Simmons?
No, it's not Simmons.
No.
Could be a young lock. I think it's a young lock. As looks like Sherwood's come on the field.
The Bay opting to go for the line out.
Or is
Two
it
guesses.
Dobkins, maybe?
He's certainly got a bit of claret anyway. Oh, stolen. Good defensive line out there from Ham.
Well done, Ben Ham, getting up and getting his side out of pressure. McCormick under plenty of pressure there. May not find the line. Oh, what a touch finder.
Yeah, great kick under
McCormick.
pressure.
It's like he's played here all his life.
Yeah.
He knows every angle at number 2 Sports Ground. Yeah, so Dumpkins off the field.
See, yeah. Gone to 2-ball, Garrett. Just obviously a bit more security there, I think.
Yeah, here's big Zion the Lion out wide. Nicely run.
Yeah. Oh.
Arnold, offside maybe there, Ben Ham, and Reece Tompkins as well, also creeping up, yes, and he is playing advantage with a couple of minutes remaining. Here's Oliver again taking another hit up and
really testing out the pillar defence here from Wanderers, aren't they, the Bay?
Warringah now steps inside.
Oh,
Northcott.
nice play.
Northcott has a bit of space. We know he's very quick. Northcott chips for himself. He's held back.
Oh.
Great individual try. What about that, Chad
Great
Northcott? That is as good as you'll see.
Take a bow. He's showed some great heels there too, Gareth, and a great little touch in the kick.
Yeah, that try there. Chad Northcott has got the Nelson Bay side back in the game just before half-time. Set move, inside ball. Look at the
change of pace there, yeah.
And the ball just bounced up for him. He does that quite a bit, Chad Northcott. How are you?
When it's your day, it's your day.
He'll do that from his own line. He'll do that in his own 20, in the opposition 22. He doesn't care.
In the hope that it'll pay off one day, like today. Well, as I said, Gareth, they really needed to score before half-time. They must be listening because it's exactly what they've done, and I'm happy for that because I think it's going to make for an interesting second half.
Yeah, definitely will. And Jack Arthur, as good friend and commentator from the Bay, our Bay correspondent Jared Ryan says this is not his good side. So we'll see how he goes.
Like he's not a prop. They don't have a good side.
Comes around, and I tell you what, he's worked on his bad side because that's a very good kick.
He's giving it the Jonathan Thurston treatment there, hasn't he? Curled it round.
17-7 is the score. The Wanderers lead. Nelson Bay here coming into half-time. We'll probably get a minute and a half of injury time, I'm told by our producers here at Bar TV Sports. Doing a great job, all our camera crew. Of course, if you want to get involved in the footage, comment on our live Facebook stream. Give us a tweet at Bar TV Sports. As McCormick with the restart there, looks long but nicely taken in the end. Matt James in the green headgear. They're very colourful side, Nelson Bay, that's for sure, as Oliver. Oh, gets through. Nice run there by the breakaway. He's a good number 6, and now they go wide to Northcott. Northcott stepping, getting away from McDonald, spinning around. He's certainly lining up now, is young Chad Northcott.
Yeah, lucky bounce. He fancies himself, I think, now, Northcott. He's
certainly a confidence player. As now McCormick gets them up towards halfway. The Wanderers will have one more chance here to attack this Nelson Bay line and extend the scoreline. McDonald, and now out wide is Rowney. Rowney. He's got Marsh on the inside. Rowney's taken in the end, and McDonald's there to back up, so still not over.
Bit of space out here to the left, Gareth, if they can get it out.
Yeah, Simmons goes wide, and McCormick, the gap opens up. Could have gone over himself. He bombed that.
Wow.
McCormick could have fallen over the line.
Wow.
And you can see him in back play there. He is not happy. And what a way to end the half.
Wow.
All he had to do was fall over, Steve.
I could have done that.
And we'll look at the replay before we go to half time. I tell you what, that is capital D for dumb as we go.
Maybe he didn't fancy the dive.
Yeah, we go here. Maybe he didn't want to ruin that hair of his. But anyway, we're going to go in to half-time. The score, 17-7. And Nelson Bay, well and truly in this. We'll take a quick break, and we're going to talk to Billy Coffey from Pinpoint Athlete. Well, welcome everybody with us now. We've got a supporter here and a new partner for Bar TV Sports, Billy Coffey from Pinpoint Athlete. Billy, how you going, mate? You look jet-lagged. You've been away in Greece. Certainly got the olive tan coming up. Yeah. Looking good, mate.
Yeah, mate, everyone reckons I just showed up and got a spray tan, but I'm very jet-lagged and wouldn't do the boys any justice if I were out there today.
Good wedding over there. Let's talk about that first.
Mate, Greek weddings, they know how to party.
Smash a plate.
Yeah, put a couple over my head. I'm the only bloke ever to get kicked out of a Greek wedding for being too drunk, so
wow.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Doesn't sound like you at all.
No.
Well, anyway, let's get back to what you're doing now, and of course partnering Bar TV Sports. And we're going to start a bit of vision for that next week with myself being the bunny for you, and see Josh Mason, Ben, our producer, may also try and
good luck, boys.
Get involved as well. So. Yeah, tell us about what you're doing with athletes, not only in Newcastle, but around Australia.
Yeah, mate, basically what we tried to do what we actually built was we've told Loudon we started an idea behind, well, all these kids from Newcastle go to Sydney and they kind of get surprised. They've got talent, but they get surprised by the hard work, the gym they've got to do. They get surprised by not being around family and home, and they kind of panic. So what we do at Pinpoint is we give them a kind of grueling taste of what they're going to expect when they get to the top level, and then when they get there, it's not as surprising.
Well, we took a tour through the gym the other week with Bar TV Sports, and it's great having Pinpoint Athlete on with Bar TV Sports. And I tell you what, the facility there is second to none in Newcastle. You can go to your house, you can go to your forums, but what you've got there, it's dedicated athlete I guess, management physically and mentally.
Yeah, mate, we thought about trying to go the whole commercial route and making it look all fancy and all the bibs and bobs, but basically when it comes down to it, we want these athletes to show up to an area which kind of has a bit of grunge to it and only has what an athlete needs. We don't need all the fancy weightlifting equipment. We just need area to move, area to run, and yeah, we mapped it out really well and got really lucky with the support of the Wanderers and helping me get the facility sorted, and yeah, it kind of flourished from there, and it's kind of taken me by surprise, to be honest.
Yeah, and I guess what you do for our viewers out there on Bar TV Sports, it's sports specific as well, which is, I guess, the difference to what you do in your training compared to other places around, I guess, Newcastle at the very least.
Yeah, I mean, it's any contact sport that we do. We do a lot of sports where anything physical, and we don't claim to be any better than any other trainer out there, but whatever skill you do have, we know that we can make your skill better, and then we get a lot of professional athletes from the NRL and from the ARU that come down and see us in their off seasons, and we teach them little things that their coaches may not use because they've got so many numbers, and then they'll take that little technique back to their training for the year, and it really, really helps out. So it's been great.
Well, especially, I mean, we've seen a couple of videos on Bar TV Sports, and I think we've even shared a couple of the sports-specific drills, especially rugby. They've gone all around the world where they're going into the breakdown and with the rubber bands and all that sort of stuff. You know, that's something you've developed yourself.
Yeah, I won't take full credit. We had a lot of help with guys like Todd Loudon, and we got real fortunate with USA Rugby taking it on board, and I think we ended up having over 7 million views in our first 3 videos, and then I think, mate, in 2 weeks we've got the Wallabies coming in. Like, it's just exploded, and we just want to focus simply on rugby, and no other gym really does it because it's not a very good business move and business model to focus on amateur athletes, but you focus on the community, mate, and they back you.
Well, I think as well the gap between amateur and professional, it's growing. It's obviously not the money wise, but the standards certainly getting there. We're going to get back to the game soon, but tell us a little bit as well. You've got your nutrition side of the business as well, which you're very passionate about. Yeah,
mate. It's nutrition and mental is my forte. Any trainer around the world can YouTube how to train properly, but we focus massively on your food. We get you away from supplements, we get you away from any stimulants, we get you onto highly plant-based diets, and it really flourishes from there. And it's something which is new to the industry, but people are starting to unlock it and really get the benefit from it.
Well, I'll no doubt see you Monday morning for a very good session, 6:30.
Mate, I'll tell you what, if you can get me in the same boat at the moment.
If you can get me off the sausage tangers at local rugby, then you're doing a good job, Billy.
Mate, I'm stoked to have you. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, I might keep the stimulants though. In any case, we're going to get back to all the action here. Thanks very much, Billy Coffey, for joining us.
Appreciate your time, brother. Thank you, mate.
Thanks, mate. So we're going to go back to the action now. Billy Coffey from Pinpoint Athlete, a proud partner of Bar TV Sports, local rugby, and of course the Wanderers. So it's game on here at number 2 Sports Ground, and that is a very nice kickoff again by McCormick, who goes deep, and in the end Shaw gets it on his boot and finds touch, but finds Simmons, who's going to go look to counter through McCormick, and they go wide straight away. Rowney immediately realigns, but he's told doesn't want the ball, and they get up to the 40-metre line.
Early intention there, isn't it, Gareth? I think Wanderers obviously looking to spread this ball quickly and start really testing Nelson's Bay's fitness here.
Yeah, nice flat ball. That time Leland Marshall going through again. He's had a pretty big game, young Marshall. As they get over the ball again. A little kick over the top by McCormick. Finds Waringi. Can't get away from the kicker there. McCormick almost. Needs to roll away though, McCormick, as he lashes out with the feet as well. Kick over the top by Shaw. Shaw finds some space, but it'll be brought back here for the penalty advantage played. Good refereeing there by Des Gilbert.
Yeah, just was right in the way there, wasn't he, Gareth? Just frustrating when you can't roll away, but unfortunately the rules are the rules still, and it was a deserved penalty.
So half-time score over at Hamilton, 45-0.
Ooh, wow.
It's got to hurt. I'm guessing they're playing Singleton. That's the only score we've got so far.
Early opportunity here for the Bay to finish off where they left off. Gareth, back on attack, and really need to be a bit patient here and just build up some phases of play. Starts with the first phase possession here in the line out.
Yeah, it does, and it's a great opportunity early in the half for Nelson Bay to attack. They come up with a win off the line out, looking for Shaw, but he's going to go into the ruck and into the breakdown here.
Oh, might be
Shaw's
another penalty
looking
here.
for the ball, yes. And that will be a penalty and a good opportunity to get them even closer here, Steve.
Yeah, and they've also got to be careful that in the red zone they don't want to be giving away another penalty because there might be a bit of cheese on the next one.
Cam, do you want a beer as well?
Fancy they might test them out here with another drive, Gareth, and then maybe look to get the ball out wide.
They'll look for it. Warringah certainly, and Northcott, the two danger men out there. Hatini hasn't seen the ball a lot here today, but another danger man in this Bay backline. And they'll drive on this time. Todd Arnold's at the back, but it's going nowhere. Oh, Collins manages to keep
formed
his
it pretty
feet
good
somehow.
there.
Yeah, looks pretty good as they drive towards the try line now. It's at the back.
Oh, he's spaced there. If he broke off, he would have actually scored it unopposed.
Yeah,
But
they're still going forward.
think it
They're
might
over
end
the
up-
line.
yeah,
That's a try.
Yeah. Game on.
Matt James
Game on.
in the green headgear gets a try for Nelson Bay. It was well worked, well deserved.
Perfect start.
They've come out firing in this second half. Adam Edwards, you were down there in the locker room, Steve. Did he deliver a rocket?
I reckon he's delivered a NASA-fueled rocket, mate, and judging by that, made the Bayer up for it, and Wanderers are going to have to really start clawing back and watching the discipline, which is the result of what's happened, and, two penalties, and it's allowed the Bay back a sniff.
Yeah, they're two of the more laid-back coaches as well, Adam Edwards and Viv Passy. Don't really get too fired up, although I've seen Viv Passy fire up in his younger days. I
was going to say, you probably don't want to see them fired up, mate.
he's a slow cooker. So Jack Arthur on his good side this time, according to Jared Dad Ryan over at Nelson Bay. He'll be listening in, no doubt, at the Country Club.
We've got a good angle on it here, so give you first call on it.
Special shout out to Uncle Poss as well. He'll be watching with him as we go now. Jack Arthur, it doesn't come around, so that's unfortunate because would have made it 17-14 here at number 2 Sports Ground, Steve.
Yeah, they've certainly laid down their intentions, but as I said, Wanderers are looking a little bit shell-shocked, I think. I don't think they were expecting that.
Yeah, penalty on penalty, so the discipline not quite there early on for the Wanderers, and it has let them down a couple of times in this season, although they are almost undefeated, only falling to the Hamilton side. Yeah, nice run again.
Yeah.
Todd Arnold, he's had a good game. Oh, the ball advances. That's going to be a knock-on, so probably the exit strategy there, not quite right. They should have kept the ball in hand.
Yeah. They're obviously, as you said, got their towels up, and but they've also got to keep their heads and play some proper rugby. And you're right, Gareth. I think there was one hit, and then they should have probably cleared it out.
But certainly is game on, 17-12. Trying to get some scores around the grounds. The Bar TV Sports Cameron crew, of course, covering all the NHRU and Rugby League. They must be right into it because we don't seem to be getting too many texts, Steve. In any case, the ball comes wide. Simmons to McDonald. McDonald round the back. Here's Marsh.
It's opened
Marsh.
up there.
He's very quick. Coming across is Arthur. But no match for Tim Marsh, who goes over for a double again.
Yeah, big gap opened up there. Wanderers really well to spot it. Put Marsh right in it. And in the end, a pretty easy finish there for him. No one on him, and 5 points.
Yeah, certainly was. Round the back and set play, set piece. And Viv Passy will be delighted with that one. And it just opened up, didn't it? And Hatini probably to blame for there. Went in on the man, didn't really need to. And that's a try out wide. Not making it easy for Simmons, though.
Yeah, real pity after all the good work there from the Bay. And, hopefully they come back firing again. But, 3 tries, 1 to go for Wanderers in the bonus point. They're really intent on testing out Simmons' boot, aren't they? Putting these tries out in the corner.
I'm pretty sure he asks for it pre-match. Just score out wide for me today, guys. Especially you, Tim Marsh. So Simmons lines up. He's a metre in from touch. The ball comes around. And this time it's waved away.
10 points. Another try from the Bay, and they'll be back in this. So still a bit to play for, and hopefully, as I said, they haven't let hang their heads. They can't afford to do that too long, otherwise they might be on the end of another try.
Yeah, certainly. They needed a good start. They got the good start, but unfortunately letting this Wanderers side in the match. And Ham goes up for it, bounces off his chest, so now the Bay have it. Spilled ball. Todd Arnold went to throw the pass, but should have kept the ball in hand.
Yeah. Should have held the pass, I think, as well. But, yeah, you're right, Gareth. Probably the initial right decision was to keep hold of the ball.
We'll have a look here, because I don't know if it was a knock-on here by Ben Ham. He was going forward. He's called it a Wanderers scrum, which I tend to disagree with there.
Yeah.
Steve?
Yeah, I didn't see that. Yeah, I don't know how that's happened, but maybe he saw something we haven't.
22-12.
Well, good scrum here from the Bay.
Yeah, the Bay driving through, but they've wheeled the wrong way, and now they go wide through McDonald. McDonald
outside is 22.
Well outside there, and Northcott, he's there. What can he do? He's going to chance his arm, and they're prepared to live dangerously here, the Bay.
Yeah, I think I don't think it's panic stations just yet, but certainly testing Wanderers out and making sure they've got to come up and make their tackles.
I'll tell you what, that Wanderers line was all offside, led there by Reece Tompkins.
Yeah, oh dear,
they turned the
turnover.
ball over Ben Ham. So unfortunate there. Probably deserved a penalty, the Bay, as McDonald spins around, and that's a penalty.
Oh dear.
Obstruction called.
Yeah, bit of crossing, as I said, just a bit unorganised and a few lazy runners. They got to be careful sprinting up here in defence because it's
Jack Arthur went for the long kick, went for distance and didn't find touch. The ball's going to come back though, and they will look to counter.
They'll have another crack.
They drive forward. T.O. Mason, he's belted. The ball spills out.
Yeah, great tackle there from Wanderers.
Yeah, just in the breadbasket, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The old backbender. So they've just been a bit scrappy here, Nelson Bay. They had every opportunity to have dominance early on in this second half, but they've squandered it, and Wanderers have clawed their way back into it. Now they're on top.
Yeah, yep. As you said, it's their ball, midfield. I fancy midfield hit up and a wraparound run, I think. Might just put a bet on that one. I think it's important that the Bay don't lose their heads here too, and try and stay with it and just keep their patterns going.
So McDonald throwing the long ball now. Here's McCormick. And Marsh, we know he's fast in and away, gets around, and he will tiptoe on the sideline. And this time he'll make it easier for Simmons as he goes over for his third.
4 tries, bonus point for Wanderers, and it's looking a bit ominous now for the Bay. Unfortunately, that's 30 minutes to go. Never say never, but they really need to pull something out of the bag now, and yeah, this is going to go one or two ways, I think, Gareth.
Yeah, certainly. Here's Marsh, and just the clean lines, and he changed his feet. The turn of foot, he danced with the sidelines.
Right on the sideline.
There he scores, right in front of that pinpoint athlete sign.
Yeah, also making it slightly easier kick this time.
So 27-12 now the score. And Wanderers, the superior fitness, I think, now is what's going to get them over the line. The Nelson Bay side, they probably need to dig a little deeper and just go to that phase play, that one-out stuff. And
yeah, well, it's a bit disappointing. That's first phase defence there from the Bay, and it should be man-on-man marking. There's no one in the bin, so a little bit disappointing. But yeah, I'm sure the Bay will come back and give it another crack, and we'll see what happens from it.
Big Zai on the lines, come from the field. Takarua. And that one goes over. So Simmons extends the score. 29-12 is the score.
Yeah, looks like there's a bit of activity going on in both camps. There might be a few more subs coming and going shortly, Gareth, and maybe some fresh legs might change things a bit.
Yeah, Ben Ham this time, he's safe.
Leyland Marshall was lucky to get away with that. He might have had a bit of a obstruction.
Yeah, Marcus Christensen, he's come on the field now for the two Blues. The veteran. He's played all around the world. Now he's back in the two Blues colours again this year. That comes off the top. Shaw, he's isolated. They have to get over him. They try desperately here. So now they'll pick and drive the Nelson Bay side. Oliver stands wide, looking for the ball.
Good counter up there from Ben Ham, making a nuisance of himself.
Yeah, gets right involved there. Stripped there by Waller. Poor carry by Oliver it was. And it's going to be called back for a knock-on. Really didn't have the desperation.
Yeah, Waller's shown some really good desperation. I think that's a sign of the two sides, really, Gareth. Waller willing to dive on the ball, and yeah, the Bay just easily giving it up as well. But having said that, it's a Bay put-in. I think Waller was deemed to have interfered with that and knocked it on.
Yeah, Waller stripped the ball. So Shaw has it. Was the match brought to you by Elders as well as Wilson & Co. Compass additions. All great additions to the Bar TV sports coverage. If you do want to get involved with the coverage, contact us at Bar TV Sports. So we're ringing now. Kicks the ball downfield.
Nice kick.
Yeah, playing field position there. But Simmons, as always, gets back, gets underneath it. Waringi takes it out, and Northcott has been charged with the counter. He's going to take them on himself.
Step.
Goes up the middle. He has got a wonderful step, but Simmons chasing his own kick. He's up to the task.
He certainly proved dangerous, Northcott, every time he's had the ball.
And Waringi this time punches it towards the touchline. Oh, and the flag has gone up. So, what can the Bay do now? We know their set piece is good. We know their maul is good. And we know the pick and drive was good for them in the first half. Is that the way it's going to go, Steve?
I'd nearly bet they're going to have another crack at a drive here, Gareth. And if they can certainly set it up like they did before, yeah, they have every chance of putting another 5 points on here. A few changes for the Bay.
Yeah, sure, coming up. Looks like Charlie Feidler's come on.
There you go.
This time they set up again here, the Bay.
They've got the setup.
And then the Wanderers, they drive back. But the ball's at the back for the Nelson Bay side. So they'll reset. They go towards the short line.
They've got a bit.
Oliver, he's brought down.
Oh, dear.
Jumping over there. That will be a penalty for my reckoning, surely.
I think...
he's got to find himself in the bin here, I think. He's
got to be
not
close.
Just jumped, he's Frosby flopped.
Well, I think you've got to stay on your feet, I would have thought.
Oh, taking the quick one, but denied the Nelson Bay side.
Yeah.
Against Chalk and... We'll have a look at the replay here, because Waller...
Yeah, well, I can't see how he's...
He was...
Yeah. Made an effort to stay on his feet there,
for
but
lobsters.
They have another crack. The end result, I think the yellow card must be close to coming out.
Yeah, nicely won that time. Todd Arnold, they go to the back and they're driven back.
Good defence there from Wanderers.
But again, they hold their legs and they drive forward as Oliver comes to the back. Again, he's going to have to turn the ball, and the ball's gone to ground now. Dan Collins is forced back.
Oh, turnover.
Turnover. Here comes McKillop. McKillop over the 22, but he's rounded up. The Bay defence, it's nowhere to be seen.
Oh, dear.
Here comes McDonald. He won't have the legs.
Oh,
Inside ball, McCormick. Very good on his feet, looking for his winger.
Oh, dear.
Bounce back into McCormick's hand. Des Gilbert pops it up, and McCormick got the bounce, and in the end, the Wanderers got the try.
Yeah, the result was the same. Unfortunately, it wasn't the prettiest. A few little funny choices there, but, 5 points.
Totally against the run of play as well. Here's McDonald, and I had a little chuckle there because I know back in the day he probably would have scored that himself.
What are you saying?
But he found a younger, quicker McCormick, and unlucky there, the bounce back into his own hands.
And good support there from the Wanderers substitute.
Linking up.
Signs ominous now for the Bay. 20 minutes to go, Gareth. I think the writing was on the wall when they haven't come away from the drive there with the 7-pointer. But stranger things have happened.
They certainly have, but you just get the feeling here from this Wanderers side. They're too well drilled and too fit to throw away a lead like this.
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
Of course, in the background here on Bar TV Sports coverage of the rugby, we've got the AFL Women's Day. So 6 games of Women's AFL played over there. Covered live on Bar TV Sports. We'll be going to the main game at 6 p.m. after this telecast here today. And the flags go up for Simmons.
A little Scud missile kept really low, but effective.
36-12 is the score.
I think the Wanderers can't breathe in a bit of a sigh of relief. As I said, this could have been a little hurdle that they could have fallen over coming up against the Bay.
Well, it's a game the Bay really needed to win. With Maitland playing Merriweather Carlton needed a miracle. Taken on the full. Schmidt knocked out Cole, but it was a brilliant take to say the least. He went for the ball, nothing wrong with it. Just putting his head in the wrong way there. Schmidt, he's all over the shop in backfield, and we might see a blue card here, and we'll get a replay on that because of that.
That was a smack.
It was a brilliant take.
Felt that up here.
Oh, I heard it up here. Eyes on the ball. Look at that.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
No,
just
perfect take.
Unlucky.
Oh. Good commitment.
Yeah, we'll certainly see the blue card come out. There it is, the blue card.
Yep.
Maybe for the first time on Bar TV Sports as well.
Well, that's my first time seeing it, and I think it's perfect time to use it.
I'd rather see it navy blue. A little bit too...
Not a darker shade of blue.
A little too light blue for me.
Should have 2 blue.
Oh.
I don't think we'll see him back on. He's looking pretty
worse
for wear.
Wonderful take, though, by the Nelson Bay side. Now, can they hit back? Can they strike back here at number 2 Sports Ground? There's Fiedler, sorry. We're ringing now. He'll tack the line. Teo Mason inside to Hatini. Hatini bumps off back to Fiedler. Fiedler steps off a couple, but he's brought down a midfield and in centre field.
Bit of space on the left here for the Bay if they wanted to. 2 props standing here. And
the quick tap taken. He's charging away as Chalkin.
Yeah, he's got the penalty. I don't think they were back 10 there, Gareth, so they're going to have another crack at this.
Well, they all look offside still here, the 2 Blues. They've been getting away with it.
Yep.
Fiedler looking for the quick one, looking for Northcott out wide. They're offside again here, the Wanderers. It's going to be called back, though.
Did it behind the ref's back.
Well, normally you get away with it if it's behind the ref's back, not so at tap time. They're going to go for the line, which is interesting.
They obviously fancy having another crack, and oh, he made it. Probably could have done a better job at that kick. It
went sideways.
Yeah, if anything, probably went backwards. But
I'll give him half a metre backwards there.
Yeah.
He's shaking his head out wide, Northcott.
You should have taken his time a little bit more and given the boys a bit more of a chance.
Oh, again,
Off
taken
the
off the top. This time they're going to go for it. Here's Teo Mason. Hatini turned on the inside, running. He's going to have to get to the ground, and he does just that. And again, Ben Ham coming in almost from the side as Dan Collins now punches forward. Looking for runners here. There he is again, Hatini. Hatini takes on McKillop, and McKillop strips the ball, but advantage was being played there for Ben Ham coming in from the side. No high tackle, he's saying so.
It's getting close to card time, I would have thought.
He's doing everything here at the moment. Collins now looks for it. Gets the ball. Had to reach for it.
Oh.
Lucky to get away with that. The ball handed off, and they keep going.
Yeah, they're heading backwards.
Out wide. Teo Mason, they're going to have to realign here the Nelson Bay side, and Oliver, he's been their go-to man for that. Gets to the ground. They need quick ball, but they don't quite get it. Good defence here by the two Blues. They look impenetrable. As Collins now, again, thrown to the ground. There's the captain, Jarvis. 63 minutes gone. Christensen.
Really testing them out.
He shot up out of the line there, Christensen.
Yeah.
This is where they set up and pick and drive. And
I think they really need to suck these forwards in and try and give their backs every chance here to get a bit of wide ball, and pick and go is not a bad option.
Yeah, showing some good patience. This time they go a bit wider. Teeny to Teo Mason, and they need to get over the ball. They do, and all the forwards from Wanderers are standing right where Oliver is, and he's collared, but he's done well. Somehow gets 2 or 3 metres up the field. We're ringing, looking for runners. They go wide. Northcott around the feet, in behind again. Northcott puts it through. Oh, it's a try. Yes, it's a try. What a kick by Northcott. We'll get a replay on that because Northcott was very confident. His winger not so. And certainly the Wanderers are disputing that one.
Wow. Yeah, it'd be interesting, as you said, Gareth, to see the replay on that one. I wasn't overly confident he had scored it. Again, a nice little kick. Felt the Wanderers player might have just gotten away enough.
Great hands by Northcott, wasn't it? Look at this. As he comes around. Oh, he did. He got it.
He did.
Easy. Yeah. I don't know why I ever doubted him.
Look at the hand in there. Yep. Yeah, righto.
The replacement winger, I think. Could be Wallace, maybe. I'm not so sure who it is. He's been out there for the better part of the half.
I suppose just reward there, Gareth, for a bit of pressure and a bit of sustained pressure. Again, I think Wanderers have to be pretty careful. They don't want to be giving away yellow cards because they accumulate and tend to come back and bite you in the rear end come finals time.
We've seen it happen to Wanderers over the last few years with a couple of players missing grand finals, and this one comes across, gets a bit of fade, but doesn't fade enough for Warringah.
Yeah, if I was Viv, I'd be making a pretty important point. No yellow cards. You really don't want, when the game's won, you really need to sort of take stock of where you're at and look at the long-term picture, I think.
So Jack Arthur. He's left the field as McCormick looks now. Take the ball and in the end. Easy take there for Buchan. Northcott gets a nice high kick down the field. But again, Simmons is there as always. And now they look to go wide. Rowney's on the outside. Might not need him. The gaps open up again. The kick chase has been the letdown here for Nelson Bay today. In fact, probably the deciding factor if they are to lose the match, Steve.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that, Gareth. I think the Bay have competed in a lot of aspects of the game, but kick chase, I think, is one area that they've let themselves down a bit. Oh.
Yeah, Marshall gives himself up, and Des Gilbert says, wait a minute, we'll see where you go. And Leyland Marshall.
Too honest for his own good. What's going on there?
No one likes an honest prop.
Didn't think there was one.
Yeah, that's one thing he needs coached out of him. Is some honesty. Northcott with a thundering kick downfield, but what an attempt by Marshall keeping that ball in. So now Simmons goes wide. Rowney, there's no chase on this by Nelson Bay. Rowney puts it on, turning inside is McCormick. Massive let off. Northcott.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it was a good kick, and it took a bit of a special athletic ability there to stop it going in, but
they needed to score off that play, that set of phase play there as that comes out for Fieldler. Fidler taken to ground. They'll pick and drive from the back, and it's advanced to Oliver. Didn't really need to pass that there. Now Northcott comes all the way back to the left. Dummies gets Marcus Christensen off guard, and now they find Buchan. Turned back inside. And now kicked back towards that danger area where they've been really lighting him up. Here's Collins coming through on it. So the chase again. No one from the Bay to be seen.
A few tired bodies out there now, Gareth.
They're all bunching in the middle here, Nelson Bay. Ben Ham, the veteran now.
Just going back to a few little pick and goes and calm it down a bit.
This is why they're so good, the Wanderers side. They know when to pull back. They know exactly what game plan Viv Passy
go back to the patterns, yep.
Oh, he's coming from the side there. He's coming all the way from Bar Beach. Via Derby Street Coffee.
That was an entertaining passage of play, if nothing else, Gareth. A bit scrappy at times, but a bit of fun.
So Zach Atala's coming on the field.
Yeah, a few subs there.
He's going to be called back off. With Dylan Rowney saying, no, I'm not coming off.
He hasn't got a meat. Oh, has he got a meat pot yet?
He scored in the first half.
Did.
According to my notes here that I take vigorously in the commentary box. 28th minute I've got written here, Steve. And the ball comes out. Simmons finds McDonald, who's been unbelievable here today. Marsh could have been slightly forward. And it's been picked up. McCormick with a no-look pass says, who, me? Yes, you.
You picked it. You did well. Just getting a little bit too fancy there, I think. Scrums have been
10 minutes to go. Nelson Bay need 3 tries or thereabouts.
Yep.
Not undoable. But judging by the defence that the two Blues have shown, probably unlikely.
Unlikely. And they're certainly going to have to score very soon to have any chance of that. But scrums have been pretty stable today and pretty good. So, they might get decent ball off this. So, you never know.
A good scrum again by the Bay. We're ringing now. Goes wide to Hertini. Hertini has to stop and stutter. Northcott through the legs. Burgess.
Dear.
Burgess hasn't touched the ball all game, and he'll be disappointed with his first.
Nothing worse than a front rower coming up from the scrum. Ball's gone wide, and you've got to go right the way to the other side of the field to scrum again.
The only thing worse for a front row is 400s on a Tuesday night training at Empire Park. It's freezing cold.
Oh, I think I was always sick for them. I must have missed them.
Yeah, you weren't big for him. Well, your contract said you only trained Thursday anyway, didn't it?
Made sure I got written in, mate.
And again,
Yeah,
good scrum by the Bay.
Good scrum there from the Bay.
And forced to go down the short side.
Oh, might have turned it over, but he's lost it. Held on too long.
I think the Bay have really missed Adam Edwards out there today. He really guides the side around. I know he's not the captain, but he certainly gives composure to their side. When things need straightening up, he'll be the one to straighten up rather than the loose pass.
And as you said, not necessarily the old head, but someone that you know just gets the job done and that you can all sort of get in behind. But, there's no doubt those sorts of players are integral to any good squad.
So good touch finder again by Simmons as Atala is coming on the field. Lock coming from it. He's had a good game, the young halfback.
Yeah, he has had a good game.
Oh, sorry, it's Nathan Sherwood.
No,
Not Atala.
he's had a good game as well.
No, Nathan Sherwood's coming on the field and Lock is coming from the field.
Don't mind me.
We're tired.
Oh, that didn't look straight.
No, that was not straight. That was about 12:15.
That's not too bad. 73 minutes in, and that's the first skew line out. The line has been pretty good on both sides.
Both sides. I mean, as we said at the top of the broadcast, both hookers very
hitting their mark
very
pretty well.
capable at the set piece. Dan Collins and Ben Christensen both have played good games too, involved.
Yep.
Big work rates.
Been a few scrums the last 10 minutes. The boys will start feeling that in the lungs, and good scrum here from Wanderers, putting the pressure on, but good pick up
from
too.
The back, yeah. Dummy. Can't pop the ball up there, Feidler.
Not sure what's happened. Line out, was it? Yep, and into touch.
Into touch. 5-6 minutes remaining. Des Gilbert having a chat to the official on the far side, but I don't know whether it'll come to anything.
Wanderers are retreating, so looks like a Bay penalty by the looks of it. Where's the saucer and teacup?
The crowd getting quite vocal towards referee Des Gilbert.
Line out.
He's called a line out now. That'll be a Wanderers throw.
Not really sure what's happened there, Gareth, but
Des Gilbert just likes a chat.
Yep.
Calls for second grade next weekend. I don't know about that. He's had a pretty good game here today, Gilbert.
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
Well, here comes McCormick now inside for Marsh. Marsh.
Good tackle.
Taken down. Good tackle by Hattini, as you said. Here's Sherwood searching for the ball.
A little Jack Terry.
Well, not like his brother. Here's Marcus Christensen. Goes wide. Ben Ham now. Ben Christensen.
Yeah.
What can he do? Nothing but get tackled over the 22. And now they'll pick up.
Good pick
Nice
and go
run
there.
Tompkins, it is, the former Bay player himself. He'd like to get on the scoreboard here today. 36-17.
Into touch.
And the Wanderers will be looking to get another try here before full time. They've got the bonus point.
Yeah, not much left really for Wanderers to do. As I said, I think big emphasis is no work on the discipline, no yellow cards, and just finish this game off as clinically as they can. I think, unfortunately, the Bay's hopes of a miraculous win are probably dashed now at this stage with 3.5 minutes to go. Quick line out there.
Yeah, nice off the top. Christensen He doesn't lose too many when it's a battle in the air and Ham comes around off the back. Gets a bit of a swinging arm there. Sherwood always crunched there and thrown to the ground like Raggedy Ann. Christensen picks and drives, but he's knocked
it on. Of course, he's hands in the air. Not going to admit to that one.
Didn't do it, sir.
Yeah.
What game are you watching, sir?
Where's your proof? Difficult situation here for the Bay. Got to keep this scrum nice and square and try not to give Wanderers any ascendancy there on the shoulder and try and keep it nice and steady and get a nice clearing kick.
I'm going to say it's going to Northcott. He'll chip and chase for himself. Chip again over the top of Marsh,
Regather.
Under
the sticks.
No, get taken out, 5 out. Oh, good scrum by the two
great
Blues.
scrum.
No, they go the other way to Warringah, and he'll kick forward for the winger, Burgess, and it's going to go out on the full. Not the best of kicks.
Yeah.
Nelson Bay Chase wasn't there. They were susceptible for a counter again.
Bit of a laid-up chip there. Not the best clearance, as you said, Gareth. It could possibly put a few more metres on that one.
It was the 9-iron when he needed the sandwich, mate.
That's right.
Yes, off the top, Sherwood with a long ball inside. Simmons comes around. Set play again. Pops up for Sherwood. Good hands. Simmons goes back to get that one. McCormick steps. Big step off his right foot.
He's got a good step off that right foot. He's used it a few times pretty effectively today.
Now they come wide. Oh, nice hands, McDonald. He's certainly been the best out there for me today.
Yeah. No, he's pretty much made a good few metres every time he's touched the ball. Are you hinting at something, Gareth?
Certainly not.
Bundled into touch. Minute to go.
Tim Marsh as well with the hat trick too. Couple of bit of individual brilliance from him.
Yep.
As we look like we're discussing the Dust Hunt House man of the match. It was James Senham. We had a good night there on Origin night. Just filming his ad for him.
Yes, yeah. He said he only wanted good-looking people, so I thought I'd better not bother.
I was there.
Of course you were.
Now it comes to Simmons, who comes off his right. Midfield.
Good quick ball.
Yeah, Sherwood.
Yeah.
Ball inside. Domkins falls on it in the end. The Bay really want to hold the Wanderers out.
Yeah. Oh.
And here comes Marsh. Can he go over for his fourth? He might not need to.
Oh,
Rowney.
good defence.
Oh, he's put the flag up. We might get a replay on that because I thought Rowney got that down, Steve.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he would have been a bit more animated if he had. He certainly lets his feelings know, Rowney.
I'm only joking. I certainly didn't get the ball down. Oh, it was close, though.
It wasn't far off.
It was pretty close.
But I think he lost control of it as well, so...
His life's spiralling out of control, Dylan Rowney. The only reason he's not playing for Nelson Bay is he's too crazy for Nelson Bay, apparently.
Not laid back enough.
That's what I've been told at the Seabreeze. Christensen off the top. Now they go wide. Simmons will look to exploit what advantage they've got. Marsh now
here.
This time they feed McCormick. McCormick had a player unmarked and they go back inside to...
That's good support running
what
there.
A try, and
Well
that is McKillop for a try. He's been tireless all game, McKillop, and that'll be the ball game. Nice work by the big number 4. Great support line, and what a try to end the game.
You fancy that might be it, Gareth, I think, after this kick, but I think a fair result in the end. I don't think the Bay certainly had good 10 to 15 minutes either side of the half.
The Bay were good for half an hour all game. Unfortunately, you do the maths. 50 minutes. Wanderers with a better side, and it's indicative on the scoreboard here today, Steve.
Yeah, I think so. And I think in the end, the fitness too came through from Wanderers, and running this Nelson Bay side around a bit certainly showed up in the end. But, you know, they showed signs of they might possibly still cause a few upsets in this competition, and certainly showed some good signs there from, as I said, 10 minutes either side of half-time. So all is not lost.
Yeah,
for the
certainly.
Bay.
All is not lost for the Bay. Disappointing result, but great result here for the Wanderers as they get another bonus point win here at number 2 Sports Ground, and the flags go up again. So the score will be 43-17. Des Gilbert saying there's probably another minute left to play with that stoppage that we did have earlier on. In any case,
There'll be no doubt Wanderers will look to collect and possibly just keep this ball controlled and see out this game.
coming up, bouncing off, and there's the try scorer, McKillop knocking on. The ball's kicked forward, towed forward almost. Gilbert has a look at his watch.
It looks like we're going to play this scrum as well, Gareth. I think initial knock on there from Wanderers. So, Bay scrum, one last chance maybe to add a bit of respectability to the score.
Well, 24-43. Well, it's a blowout.
Still, yeah, at least you're hitting the 20s.
We all know what happens when you hit your 20s.
Yeah, that's right.
Party time back at the Bay.
Oh, big scrum there from Wanderers. And
not switching off for the full 80, the Wanderers, and Hatini's turned on the inside.
Oh, he spilled
He
that
spilled
ball, I
the
think.
ball. So now here comes Simmons. Simmons winds up, but
they need to work hard in here now to keep the
yeah,
Wanderers out.
Haringi's there taking the ball. Haringi. Knock on both ways. And this will be
It's a full-time whistle.
full time as Des Gilbert looks at his clock. He hasn't blown the whistle. Or has he? Yes, he has. So the score 43-17 for me. Probably Cal McDonald or Marsh. It's out of those two. I'm going to say Marsh.
Marsh
3
with a
tries.
hat-trick, yeah.
Even
I
though
think
he's a winger.
he's done well to score a few of those tries, and one of them was easy, but he still had to do a bit of work for the other two. So, yeah, I'd have to agree with that.
Well, he's always scoring tries. We never give him a pork knuckle. Maybe the pork knuckle will slow him down and bring him back for the rest of the comp, of course. Thanks very much for joining us, Steve.
No worries,
Score 43-17. Been great having you here. Been great having everybody out there on Bar TV Sports. I'm Gareth Wozick, and we'll catch you next time.